I feel like Rihanna had this moment of like, I'm bigger than my music.
100%. I feel like that's what she's been feeling for a while.
Yeah,
I feel like when everybody's kind of jumping down her throat, looking for the new album and blah, 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 she's kind of like, I'm a businesswoman right now. Like, I got my businesswoman hat on, and I'm going to keep doing this.
Okay, it is Tuesday, February 14th. I'm eating my lunch. We've got an Enrique salad going on. This is episode 258. This is the Token CEO podcast. I'm Erika. I'm the CEO of Barstool Sports. It is Valentine's Day, so happy Galentines or Valentine's Day, and I hope you love your work. That's my hope. Speaking of loving your work, Omega Accounting Solutions makes this podcast possible. So they have an awesome group of people based in California, but what they do that's so incredible is that they help small businesses make the most of their finances by being great accountants. What's happening right now is that if you have a small business and you employed people during COVID, you could be eligible for something called the Employee Retention Credit. What is the Employee Retention Credit? The Employee Retention Credit enables you to file for a up to $26,000 tax refund for every employee that you employed during COVID, which is pretty awesome. What's great about Omega Accounting Solutions is that they're a small business champion and they can help you figure out in basically like a 10-minute phone call, super easy. They can help you figure out if you're eligible for this tax credit and possibly others, as well as help you get your act together around your finances. If you call 1-800-300-9ERC, that's 1-800-300-9ERC, or go to omegataxcredits.com/barstoolsports. You can find out more now. We're going to talk about the business side of the Super Bowl. We went down the hall and grabbed Keegs because nobody knows about entertainment more than Keegs. Kelly Keegs joined us. We talk about Rihanna. We talk about the halftime show. We talk about the commercials. We then will have Q&A and I just burped. And then we'll let you out of here. How's that sound?
That's perfect.
Oops, yeah. I shouldn't eat lunch when I do that.
I didn't hear it.
Oh. Okay, so before we get into the Super Bowl, Kelly Keegs is here. I texted Kelly Keegs last night, like 30 seconds into the halftime show, and I'm like, is Rihanna pregnant?
Yeah.
And then I was like, this show sucks unless she's pregnant, and Keegs is like, she's pregnant. Then I'm like, this is the best show I've ever seen. So what do you think about the Super Bowl?
I really liked it. I don't know what exactly I was expecting. It was either going to be the full 13 minutes of just Rihanna, like doing her thing, or there were going to be a million features.
I thought there were going to be features.
I think a lot of people were like wanting the features. I'm not upset either way. I'm a Rihanna fan, and she hasn't performed in a million years, so I kind of like that she took the stage all for herself. I think though with the pregnancy announcement, it was obviously a pregnancy announcement, like the whole thing. But
epic way to say it.
Crazy.
Epic.
I think
Very
though,
Rihanna.
totally. I think that she probably thought it'd be a little more obvious because I feel like it wasn't like she's maybe like 5-6 months pregnant or something, and based on what she was wearing and she was touching her belly and it was like very clear. But I feel like a lot of the performance, like everybody on Twitter was just wondering if she was pregnant. Like they're like, oh, the songs are good, but is she pregnant? And I feel like that.
It was like, is she pregnant?
And it was kind of a weird thing. It was like, do we know? Do we not know? But it's confirmed now, so we know that she is.
So I thought the platforms were amazing. Like
I loved it.
I said they were
very. I said they were like ethereal and, ethereal and like what's the word? Like supernatural. Like it was very, like space, a little.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was
but
kind
it
of
wasn't
crazy.
over-architected.
Agreed.
I thought that her dancers were amazing, and we were just talking about that she did such a good job leading into it. Like she had a New York Times feature this weekend. It was her clothing line. She had the product placement for Fenty. Like I feel like Rihanna had this moment of like, I'm bigger than my music.
100%. I feel like that's what she's been feeling for a while.
Yeah,
I feel like when everybody's kind of jumping down her throat, looking for the new album and blah, 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 she's kind of like, I'm a businesswoman right now. Like I got my businesswoman hat on and I'm going to keep doing this. And I think that the fact that she just had the baby, she's having another, and I think she's running her business, she's starting her family, she's doing what she needs to do. And
I feel like she's kind of like, fuck you if you like.
I would be annoyed. Wouldn't you be annoyed if everybody constantly was like, "What's up, girl?" But where's like the new album? Where's the new music?
Yeah,
I feel like
she's like, I just built $1 billion business. Like,
right. Yeah, buy my makeup instead.
100%.
I liked the product placement of her quickly doing the makeup.
I thought it was
cool.
genius.
Yeah.
I thought it was genius.
I liked it a
love
lot.
that it was her clothing, and then they did a good job.
Totally.
Following up with, you can buy the clothing. Like it was very smart.
Did you see that they that she had like a text, like if you're on the like Savage Fenty text chain. Like all the big brands now are like opt into text messages and they'll send you texts for deals. Like Skims does it,
Sure.
Paris Hilton does it, like everybody.
Yep.
But I guess Savage Fenty does it as well. And right after the performance was over, all the Savage Fenty people got a text with a picture of the outfit of the dancers and was like, you know, loved our Super Bowl halftime show. Like, keep an eye out for this available soon. And I was like, this is
so smart.
She just thinks of everything.
She worked it.
Yeah, she really did.
She was a smart marketer.
She really did. I liked the song lineup too.
I thought the song lineup was amazing. I listened to Rihanna the entire way. That's what happens when you have a Super Bowl halftime
100%. Yeah. I was listening to it all day. I was getting ready. I had my friends over last night and I was getting ready, like making food with Rihanna blasting.
Yeah, it was fun.
It felt great.
She has great songs.
Yeah, she does.
What do you think about the ads?
I actually loved them. There were some that I thought were a little cheese, but there were others that I thought were great. But I have a question for you. Do you like when they put the commercials out before the Super Bowl?
No, I think it's annoying.
I think it's annoying too, and it makes me less inclined to watch them during the Super Bowl.
I think that they do it because how many views you get on YouTube is now maybe the metric of a successful Super Bowl spot versus running during the Super Bowl.
I'm sure, yeah. What's it, like 4 million for 30 seconds or something?
I think it's higher.
6?
I think it's 6
I forget, yeah.
I hated the M&M spot.
Stupid.
So
dumb. I'm glad that you said that. I forgot all about that. Put it out of my mind. So stupid.
I love Maya Rudolph,
Me too.
but I don't care that much in the context of a snack
I'm
candy.
sure it was supposed to be like just this kitschy, almost like a fuck you guys. Like you guys are all, you know, everybody's screaming about the M&Ms and whatever. So we're just going to completely go off the script and show you how ridiculous this is. But I didn't get that.
I don't think it landed for people buying. You know what? My
people were
biggest
confused.
Thing? People were confused.
Yeah, people at my house were like, "Wait, so like, what are they doing? They're changing it. They're or like they're changing the product." And I was like, "No, they're not changing the product." I feel like that was kind of a stupid way to interpret it. But if there's even that question of confusion about the product, why are you having it in there?
It was just silly.
To me is bizarre.
I didn't like that. I felt my biggest takeaway from the Super Bowl ads were that last year they started, it's very obvious that the Super Bowl plays to an older demographic. Like the woman from American Pie, who's the older lady with all the
Jennifer
surgery?
Coolidge? Yeah.
What was the makeup product?
Elf. I don't understand. That was the other one that I like was looking forward to. I didn't watch that ahead of time. That's another one that came out ahead of time because Jennifer Coolidge is popping off right now because White Lotus.
Okay, so she's in White Lotus.
Right.
Okay.
So and she's like, you know, and she just won a Emmy, Golden Globe.
Okay, so she's having a moment.
Decorated right now.
I should not call her the mom from American Pie.
No, she loves it though. Every speech she gives, she's like, "Thank God I was Stifler's mom." Like, she loves it. But that commercial, to me, it was for Elf makeup, but the whole point of it was that it was like sticky, and so she kept sticking to everything.
Want primer that's sticky. That's what I didn't get. I was like, I don't think I want sticky primer.
I didn't either. Right, and that was my takeaway from it, which I didn't like.
This ad is for me. Like what? I don't understand. I thought that was so shocking.
It was. I have to rewatch that one again because maybe I missed something in the beginning. Like maybe she wasn't using Elf makeup, but then she had Elf in her hands and like.
And it was her hand was sticking to the bathtub. Her hand sticking to the wall. Like
so, I'm not really sure. Like I don't know.
That one didn't land. I felt like it was a confusing message, but also so interesting. I think if you have Maya Rudolph and Jennifer Coolidge starring in your ads, even Ben Stiller, you're marketing to women. You're not marketing to an alpha male.
100%. And I don't think that, you know what I'm now realizing? I don't know if I saw a Budweiser commercial yesterday. I saw Bud Light with Miles and Kelly Teller, his wife. Was there Bud like the Clydesdales or anything?
I didn't see the Clydesdales.
That to me is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would say in general I wasn't blown away by any of the alcohol sponsors like at all. Like I can't remember one that really stuck out to me, and I'm surprised by that because I feel like the alcohol and food is always like the and
like
insurance,
table stakes,
are always the things that are. Big
love
at the
Super Prime
Bowl.
Spot.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Loved the Prime
really
spot.
Good.
So cheap, down and dirty, scrappy. Loved it.
Totally agree.
Annoyed we didn't create something like Prime.
What did you think of John Travolta? John Travolta and the guys from Scrubs. Did you see them?
Oh, I didn't see that ad.
They sang Summer Nights, and it was John Travolta, and it was cute, and it was hilarious because at the end, you know, he hits the high note. He like can't hit that note anymore, obviously. So he like sort of hit it a little bit, and I laughed out loud. I was like, I appreciate this. I love the nostalgia. Olivia Newton-John passed away recently, rest in peace. So it was kind of like one big thing.
What were they marketing?
To be honest, I don't know. Like I can't even remember what they were talking about. They were just like running around a town talking, like singing the song, and I don't even know what it was, which I can't decide if that is, obviously it's not ideal if you don't remember the name of the company that's advertising, but if you remember the commercial, does that, like,
I think
is your message across?
Only matters
kinda?
if you have like the brand equity. Like,
Yeah.
is John Travolta going to stay attached to whatever the product is? It's
Probably
like
not.
it's like everybody's talking about Larry David and last year's Super Bowl FTX ad, which he's now basically in a class action lawsuit for marketing at FTX. But he wasn't a long-term partner of FTX. I don't know. I think that's actually what's the risk of a Super Bowl spot is like, is that just promoting John Travolta or Jennifer Coolidge, not promoting the product, you know?
You know what I was surprised about? That a lot of people use this ad, the Clueless ad with Alicia Silverstone and all the other people, and all the like silly jokes about her, like, you look like you're too old to be in high school, and she was like, what? Like, she was hilarious, but it was for like ramekin, Redican. I don't know what that is, but half the people at my house were like,
Rakuten.
Rakuten.
Rakuten's actually a genius company.
Everyone at my house was like, oh my God, I
Genius
love that
company.
app. I love that word. I love it. I had never heard of it before. And now I have to look into it because everybody knows it but me. I feel like I'm on the out. And that was a great commercial too.
That's a good commercial.
Yeah.
That's smart. Rakuten,
and I think that's probably marketed at people like my age, you know?
Definitely.
Or like, I thought was a good way to kind of get out a brand that I just never would have known otherwise. But yeah, I don't know.
All right, Keegs, that's super helpful. Did you do a Galentine's Day party?
No. It was Super Bowl party, straight up. I did like, I did pigs in a blanket. I made a couple recipes from Chef Donnie's suggestion. All right. I love
girls
his
and
recipes.
guys?
Yes, girls and the gays. So
girls and the gays.
Girls and the gays, and then one straight husband who just really wanted to listen to the game. And
it's just like, shh.
We talked during the game and were silent during the commercials. Like, and we were there for the Rihanna concert. Like, that was the vibe.
Let's be clear.
Yeah. But it was good. No Galentine's. I'm not I don't mind Galentine's. I don't like the anti-Valentine's Day parties because it gives me like a pathetic vibe.
Is that different than Galentine's?
Galentine's, I feel like it's just you get together with your girlfriends and you love each other versus like anti-Valentine's. It's like, fuck love. All I need is myself. And it's like, that's fine. But I don't know. I used to feel that way. I used to be like, oh my God, like anti-Valentine's, whatever, like fuck this. But ever since I saw, what's the movie? He's Just Not That Into You, or Valentine's Day, the ensemble cast. Yeah. Jessica Biel does like an anti-Valentine's Day party. Okay. And the whole movie she's talking about it, and like people aren't coming and she's depressed and whatever. And even at the end people show up, but she's still kind of like salty about it. I just hated her energy there. So it salted me on the whole thing from moving forward. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
just
Keegs.
chill on myself.
Anything else? How's the blog going?
The blog is great. Hubs just told me I had the #1 blog because Megan Fox and MGK broke up.
Oh, let's talk about that. What do you think about that?
I am so curious to know what's going on. All I know is that Megan Fox posted, she deleted everything.
Right?
Yeah, she deleted everything. All of her pictures with him, of him, everything. Unfollowed him, only follows now Eminem, Harry Styles, and Timothée Chalamet, which is ideal. You had a great
blog on this that you were laughing that the two of them were talking about Harry Styles and...
Oh, yeah. And there's always some sort of like argument with these like hot guys in Hollywood right now, and it cracks me up that it's like Timothée Chalamet and Harry Styles. Like, it just makes me laugh. Why is everyone
so into Harry Styles?
He's just wonderful. He's very charismatic, and he's a great, like, his songs are great. He's really sweet. He seems like a good guy. Like, he's just, and
do you think a lot
of us... Oh, yes. I think a lot of us have nostalgia from like One Direction days when we were really big fans, and now we're just proud of him
like
for
12.
Like going out on his own. Yeah. I was way older than that, too old, too old. But I think that the stuff with Megan and MGK, like MGK's been acting really reckless lately, and not, so that was kind of the first sign.
I always thought
now
MGK
Megan's
is
posting
so
this
boring.
stuff.
Every time
he's just like, I've tried to be like a bandwagon fan. Like, I've been to one of his concerts and it was good.
He's amazing. He's a great performer.
Yeah, and it's fun, and I like some of his music, whatever. But he tries so hard to be this like troubled soul, and it's just not hitting for me. I just don't buy it, I think. And I think Megan is like the real deal. Like, she's like a witch, and she is not fucking
a troubled
around.
Soul.
Yes. And so she thought that she found her twin flame, and then he goes behind her back and cheats on her. And the only reason I think that we can confirm that is because you don't post lyrics from Lemonade if you haven't been cheated on. So that's just that.
All right, Keegs. Yeah. Anything else we need to know on the entertainment front?
I'm trying to think. The Oscars are soon. Very soon.
Does anyone care?
I think that they care a little bit this year.
Okay.
There's some big names coming up.
Okay.
And people seem invested in the award show season this year. I don't know why. I'm surprised. Last year
even
they
for
didn't
Grammys
give a shit.
And
Grammys
just happened.
Grammys just happened last week. Yeah, people are really into the award shows for some reason. You know why?
I paid to get the big guys to come.
I think they could have. I also think that it's been a while since they've had like no virtual, all in person.
Okay,
like,
so
blah,
it's
blah,
like
blah.
first
it's
time
like
back.
kind of like last year it was
Okay.
a little bit of half-half. This year it was like fully we're all here, we're all showing up, and so yeah, people seem to be excited. I'm excited for the Oscars. I think it'll be good. I always like the Oscars just because I like an occasion where all the celebrities get together and dress up and have to give a speech and whatever. It's fun to watch them squirm and worry.
Did you watch any Oscar movies?
Yes, I think I watched all of them at this point. I try really hard every year.
Who are the big contenders?
I'm trying to think right now. I think The Whale is up there. Tar with Kate Blanchett.
Tar is supposed
really
to be
good.
amazing.
Did you see it? I think you'd really love it.
Okay.
Tar she's like a musician and she's like this just incredibly talented woman.
Yeah.
You'd love it. What else? I'm trying to think. I can't think of who else is.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything. That's the one that's going to win everything. Is
it so good?
Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's got Michelle Yeoh and just like a lot of other people in it that are really fantastic. It's kind of like Marvel-esque, like it's super like a little superhero-y. And it's interesting. It's really good. The first time I watched it, I was like, what just happened? And the second time I watched it, I thought it was incredible. And they've swept all the other awards so far, so I have a feeling they're going to be.
Is it a good story?
It is. It's a really good story. Yeah. It's really good and well done. So, yeah.
I feel like I have a lot to do now, thanks to Keegs.
Yeah. Put it all on your
Amazing.
list. Just hold up in your house like I do and just watch TV all day.
I feel like you're like a pop culture event person. Sports, media, entertainment, like a big event. Yeah. You love an event.
I love an event. I love a situation. I love something to talk about. You know what I mean? Just conversations. Got to keep it going, you know?
All right,
what else are we doing?
Thank you for doing
Thanks for having me. Thanks for chatting.
I appreciate it.
What a lovely day.
I know. It's such a treat. We just had a long discussion about the Super Bowl, which we can continue that. We were talking about Rihanna's halftime show, which I love that the woman's pregnancy is like the defining headline from the halftime show. Rihanna's like, I'll raise you one and do an entire Super Bowl halftime performance pregs with my belly in like a red fantasy explosion of red outfit. So anyway, I thought it was a great Super Bowl. Like, you want a close game at the Super Bowl. I'm sure everybody around here is going to be talking about the script and the penalty at the end and the Eagles. It would have been way better for our business had the Eagles won. RIP. But I thought it was a great game. I loved that 35 seconds left. It's like, oop, it's a tie. We're going into overtime. And then, nope, the Chiefs win. I watched the Super Bowl half for the ads. I thought the ads were meh. I thought the Ben Stiller ad, he looked basically orange, like he had so much makeup on. Did you guys see the Ben Stiller ad? Well, I don't even know what it was for Pepsi.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I hated the M&M ad with Maya Rudolph. I'm like, this is just ridiculous. And like, I like Maya Rudolph. I think she's insanely talented. I just don't think people care that. People who are buying M&Ms are like, I want a candy that I have nostalgia around and that looks like it tastes good and fits in my pocket. Like, I don't know. Speaking of eating and exercising and living your best life, we're so excited to have Oura Ring. So I have an Oura Ring here. It's amazing. Look at this packaging. You know, it's like an Apple box. Like when you open it, it like sticks together a little bit. Like I wish you could hear this. It sounds so good. This is my Oura Ring. I kept it in here so that you can see how great the packaging is because packaging counts. What's incredible about the Oura Ring is you wear it. So you don't have to wear like a chunky Apple Watch. I got my Apple Watch over there. You don't have to wear a chunky watch. You don't have to basically broadcast that you're exercising and that you care about your fitness. It like seamlessly fits on your finger. It looks great. And what's incredible about the Oura Ring is that it gives you personalized health insights. So I'm trying to work out more. I'm trying to drink less wine. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to get my cardio up. And Oura helps me track that. Oura can also help tell me if I'm sleeping well, like how much REM sleep I'm getting, which is not enough and never. It's also water resistance. It comes in 5 colors and 2 styles, so it matches all types of aesthetics. And the other cool thing is that there's an app that goes along with it, which gives me all sorts of data about everything that I'm not doing great with my fitness and things that I'm doing better. I ran 3 miles this weekend, which was great. And it was awesome because my ring and the app was like, congratulations, you had more cardio than you've had in 2 years. If you want to go to auraring.com/token, you can get yourself an Oura Ring. My friend Dylan has the gold. I have the silver. That's auraring.com/token. Go, you can wear it. It looks great. It's a great piece of jewelry. And it has a smart little app that goes along with it, which can tell you how to lead a better life. All right, so now we're going to go to Q&A. Q&A. My company has a rotational training program in which we have new grads rotate through my group for 2-month stints. During that time, I coordinate their workload and give formal feedback, but I'm not their manager. Should they join my group once their training program ends, I will be their peer. How do I give constructive feedback without making it an awkward future for me? Ooh, that's a good question and kind of a tricky one. So I think that the biggest thing you might want to do is to be a really great source of information, someone that these folks can trust. You know, when you're new or you're doing a rotational program or you're in school, like you inevitably have 1,000 questions, and it's often the hardest thing is figuring out who to go to get those questions answered, and frankly, answered reliably. So I think in becoming that trusted source for them, you can give constructive feedback. You can give really good feedback. You can be like, that's kind of stupid. That doesn't make sense. So that if and when those people do join your group, you've already established yourself as someone who's trustworthy, reliable, friendly, supportive, and honest. And that sets you up, and that sets future you up at the same time. Would it be a bad move to the startup company and leave my corporate job behind? Say no more. The answer is no. That is a very, very, very good move. Okay, anyways. I think I would enjoy the work more, the pay better, and I have an opportunity to grow something big. Okay, back to my first statement is like run, don't walk to this job. Like very rarely can you go to a startup where you make more money and the work is better than your corporate job. That right there is like, get the fuck out the door. Back to the question. However, I'm nervous that it would be a risky move since I feel safe in my job right now and I'm learning a lot from more senior members. I'm not sure if I'm giving up on working in the corporate world or if I just realized I prefer the scrappier startup work vibe. Okay, again, run, don't walk to this new job. The only thing I would say before you run out the door is to make sure that you have a manager or someone senior to you that's as good or better than this manager that you respect now. If that answer is yes, go. If that answer is no, maybe give it a little bit of pause and dig around the startup to see who you can learn from. I think the most important thing at work is learning. This seems like a no-brainer. You should do it, as I've mentioned like 15 times over, but just make sure you have someone who can teach you while you're there. What is your experience and advice with respect in the workplace? How do you think it's best earned, given, and respected? Ooh, okay, respect is never given, and respect is always earned. That feels like an ad slogan for something. Always earned, I think, is Dave's watch slogan. Let's check the Brick Watch Company. I'm pretty sure it's always earned. But anyways, I agree with that. So respect can't be given to someone. You have to earn respect. It is always earned. That's good. I remember the ads. My advice to earning respect in the workplace and holding and commanding and keeping respect is a couple things, which is one, be good at your job, like be functionally good. If you have to make Excel reports, make great Excel reports. If you have to write copy for advertisements, write great copy. If you have to shoot videos, shoot and edit great videos. If you have to create marketing materials, create the best marketing materials. If you're a salesperson, crush your number, right? Like the first way to earn respect is by being good at something. You should do it in your own way. You should do it in your own style. You should be human. You're going to fuck up in that process. Every day you're not going to be great. You're going to stumble. You're going to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, think the wrong thing, be the wrong thing. All that's going to happen. But the best way to earn respect is to do something that is respect worthy, to do something with integrity, to do something in a way that is positive, to be a force of good. And by being all of those things and being fairly consistent about them, I think that's the best way to gain, earn, and keep respect in the workplace. What would be an appropriate and professional way to ask if an internship can possibly lead to a job offer in an interview? is that something I should or shouldn't ask? You can totally ask that. The interview is for you as much as it is for the person who's interested in hiring you. I think the way you ask that question is, hey, I see that you have an internship program. Maybe you're interviewing for the internship program. I'd love to understand how many interns turn into full-time employees. And then once the hiring manager answers that, ask a few follow-on questions that shows your interest. And I actually wouldn't be afraid to say, I'm looking for an internship. I would really love this to turn into a full-time position. What are the criteria of the people who've been most successful doing that? Who are the people that have really stood out and that you've wanted to ultimately hire for full-time roles? So the question is totally appropriate. The way to ask it professionally is to get more detail about, do interns convert to full-time employees? Ask like a broad question. And then ask about the criteria that make most successful interns, and ask about the criteria that gets those interns turned into full-time employees. Okay, that's it for today's episode. Congratulations to A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, and mostly to Rihanna for being a fabulous business person. And we will be back here on Thursday. You can subscribe on our YouTube. You can follow us on social, either at Erika or at Token CEO, and we'll see you back here later this week.